Hello, welcome to the next part of our Galaxy 2 adventures. Last time we made some good progress in the game. I think we got through 2 worlds, right? Today we're going to be making more progress. Let's get right into it. Alright, the far reaches of the universe. How much later? Maybe like an hour later. Starship Mario. My home. Okay. Let's take a look at the world map. We still haven't unlocked comets, right? Yeah. Ooh. All trunk galaxy. Go. Okay, so next rather, I want to talk about Pokopia. Who here has watched the Pokopia trailer? I watched it earlier. Looks like a pretty neat game. A lot of people online seem to have been comparing it to Dragon Quest Builders. Yes. Oh, this is the fucking level that people like say the bloom is like cranked up in this for some reason. It definitely looks different from like the Wii. Looks a bit more prominent and low res. That's so weird. I don't like that. Please, Nintendo. Alright, where's Yoshi? I think it's also an issue on Switch. Hello, sir. What do you have to say? Treetop good. Nice. You got no interest in Pokopia, not gonna lie. Oh, really? No interest? Well, okay, I guess if you're not, like, a big fan of, like, builder games. Okay, bees. In place. If you got no interest in, like, builder-type games or crafting-like games, then yeah, maybe it's not for you. To be honest, I'm not, like, the biggest on, like, kind of crafting games either. I am kind of interested in it though, because every once in a while, you know, I'll get that, what would you say, that hankering for Minecraft. And maybe, maybe this game will sate that craving. At least for the time being. Yeah, that's right, we gotta get the star chips here. Moss Snorlax does look funny. Love him. Pikachu. Yeah, that's right, that was the name of it. I think that's really cute. I think I saw some people speculating that it's like, you know, Pokemon if, like, what do you say, when civilization isn't around. Which, oh, well, okay. Well, damn. Why can't I flutter jump? Come on. Man, very smartly designed planet. Unfortunately, very not smartly designed Yoshi. No! Jeez, I am so bad at this game compared to Galaxy. I don't even know if I was this bad in my first playthrough of this game. Yeah, there we go. Anyway. What I really like though is that the game supports like game share. Cause I was like thinking, oh god, I was holding left, man. Oh. I was like worried, like, oh man, I might not be able to play this with Donnie because she doesn't have a Switch 2. And thankfully, like, Game Share kind of like alleviated my concerns about that. Did you see the big 3D render I made the other day? Oh no, I don't think I did actually. Maybe? I don't know if I did. I'll have to see. You can go ahead and DM that to me if you want. Also, if Yoshi's in Galaxy 2, do you think they're skipping the big climax of Galaxy 1? You mean for the movie? Man, I wonder. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I am not trusting this movie to have like that close of a connection to Mario Galaxy, like the actual game. In fact, I almost feel like I think it's gonna be less Mario Galaxy and more Mario in space. Like, it does seem like there's the storybook, and Rosalina's in there with along with the Climate Observatory, but I almost think that there's not gonna be like the more emotional moments. I don't think you're gonna have like Lumas sacrificing themselves to reboot the universe. Oh, it was the casino table from the King Boo fight in Sunshine. Yeah, I was like thinking like, oh god, this looks so reminiscent of something, but I couldn't quite place my finger on it. King Boo potentially in this. It could be. But it could even be just something as simple as like a King Babam like appearance where he appears, but then immediately he's gone or dies for some reason. It's also gonna be funny if like with the Mario Galaxy movie, if it's gonna be like a lot of worlds are actually just different, or like a lot of places that are usually just regular places in the Mario world are just in the galaxy instead. Like I saw like the upside down triangle from a pyramid from. What was it? Coast Arena from Mario Odyssey. And like, we know that's part of like the Mario world, but like, it wouldn't surprise me if that's just a whole ass planet. And it would make sense, you know. It does feel very space-y, but it would be kind of funny if like Daisy was in the movie, but she's like an alien technically. You have a feeling that I'm gonna make them too similar? Yeah, that's a possibility. I hope they don't do that, though. I think I got like slide my first try. Oh yeah, you know, I was thinking I was gonna say more about Pokopia, but I guess I really don't have too much to say. I think with these kind of crafting games, I think I'm like what you said there, slightly beneficial. I like to play Minecraft with others. I usually don't like play Minecraft by myself, at least not anymore. Minecraft has always been more of a social game, in my opinion. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit different for Pokemon for me. If only for the fact that it's not gonna have like too much like survival elements to it. It's not like I dislike the survival elements in Minecraft, but I don't know. It's not too thrilling, I guess you could say. But Nintendo does seem, it does seem like that's going to be a big game for Nintendo. Their big Switch 2 title. Or Spring. Although Nintendo's already, like, built up, what was it, a few titles for early Spring. Or for Spring in general. We got, like, Animal Crossing, Switch 2, we got Pokopia. Did they say... Did they give a release date to... What's it called? Tomodachi Life? I can't remember if they did. And they got Rhythm Heaven Groove coming, which wouldn't surprise me if that was like a May game. Any survival game I like playing with friends. Yeah, same here. Oh yeah. How many coins do you need? 30? Okay. That's points to give you. I'll have to come back. No, I'm starting to get more used to using the button to do the spin instead of like a regular shake. Jump. I don't think I could ever play Subnautica. That seems like the exact kind of game that I would hate. Not that I think like there's anything wrong with the game, but it's just more like I just do not think I personally would enjoy playing underwater or Oh, okay. I'm living. There we go. I do feel like Pokopia is gonna be a very successful game sales-wise. Like, it kind of, I think a lot of people are, like, treating it as a pretty low-key thing, but, like, if you got, I mean, I think a lot of us here know that there's a lot of different Pokemon mods for, like, Minecraft, for example. Pixelmon is probably, I don't know, it's probably got to be one of the most popular mods out there for Minecraft. People have made art of Pokemon villagers. Like from in the style of Animal Crossing. Wouldn't surprise me if there were some Stardew Valley like Pokemon mods out there too. I don't know. There's demand for this. Hey, there's Luigi. Unfortunately, I don't get to play as him proper until after the game or after the final boss. But I feel like Pokopia is gonna sell really well. Oh yeah, this is a bit outside the scope of like what we usually talk about here on the Thatchner channel. But it's still kind of pretty big news. Anyway, the fact that GTA 6 got delayed again, I don't think we talked about that last time. Also, yes, game key card is very, very unfortunate. They're releasing Grand Theft Mario first. Damn. Believe it, you might be right or not. Sent over the render. Ah, okay, okay. Let me give it a quick check. Oh my god! The dolphins, the background. Dude, Little Bomb is just absolutely elated to go fishing right now. Oh my god, the rainbow in the background, the hot air balloon. Wow, lots of like little nice little details here. Wow, good job. Really nice work. You mentioned Minecraft before and have been on a server with other VTubers recently. Oh yeah, I did see that, like, you were like posting about that online. How is that going? Guess we were supposed to be my fishing day, but I got traumatized by someone dying behind me, so I went depression fishing. That was my promo image for the stream. Wow, that's funny. Dang. That must have been really fun. Did you enjoy yourself? It's hardcore. It's hardcore. Only the most hardcore. I'm still alive, but I'm a different man. Oh god. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm happy you had a good time. Hope to God GTA 6 is a normal ass price and not $100. I am expecting GTA 6 to be $80. I am unfortunately expecting GTA 6 to be $80. And I think they can get away with that. I think that's like one of the few games that like they could make that price and get away with. Because I think GTA 6 is going to be one of those games that people are going to play for like a very, very long time. That's my expectation. To the people who are listening to this VOD after the fact, if you were watching this in the future and GTA 6 is $80, call me a prophet. If it's over $80, then I'm so sorry. You're in the bad timeline. I mean, GTA 6 would actually be worth $80, unlike Mario Kart World. Yeah, I mean, worth is subjective. But I do think Mario Kart World could have also been just priced at $70. I think it's like, I think the fact that... Okay, we're getting the comment stars now, that's nice. I think the fact that they bundled Mario Kart World with so many Switch 2s, I think kind of shows that they... I don't know, I almost feel like they just wanted to try to get the extra sales from the individual copies. But we're banking on just trying to get the Switch 2 into more people's hands. But man, it like cost is very subjective. Is very subjective because from one person, to one person to another, like a game could be worth like 80, another game could be worth like they only think it should be worth 10. Also, we're gonna start going through some of the comments. Doesn't make it right to charge that much, but I can see how you get a value out of it at that price. Yeah. Like, if it, like, the thing is about, like, price is that most of the time it's, like, a game is given that price because of budget reasons, or... Okay, I mean, it's probably mainly down to budget. you know? Or because of market conditions, for example. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, part of the reason why Mario Kart World is 80s because of, like, the tariff situation. I mean, the tariff situation is absolutely 100% responsible for every console maker increasing their price. Oh, I forgot, like, you still get slowed down mud, even with the star. Just locking in a little bit. Come on. Oh, wait, there's one more? Where is it? Where is it? Oh! No! That sucked! Ah, god damn it. Okay. Redo. Trying to keep momentum is so hard in this. The Mario Galaxy controls. So this too. Okay, come on. Oh god, if I only had like one more second on the clock, I would have gotten it the first time. Whew, okay. Let's see, at some point the game will probably go on sale too. RDR2 sells for like $20 often, which is near highway robbery for how many hours you can put into that game. Nintendo's not going to drop the price. I don't think amount of hours should necessarily gauge the price of something though. Yeah, the thing is, you personally could measure, like, what is something worth to you by a lot of factors. Is it the amount of hours you could put into a game? Is it the amount of content you could put, like, that the game has? You know, because, like, I think the most common argument is a game is worth a high cost if it has a lot of content. Like, a lot of people could look at something like Baldur's Gate 3, for example, as, like, that being very much worth its money. You know? In fact, I've heard some people say, like, that game could have easily been $70. And I would agree, you know, just based on, like, from what I've played. A lot of open world games have, like, lots to explore. Something like Red Dead Redemption 2 would also be worth it if you're looking at it from a content standpoint. But then, like, you know, you look at a game like Devil May Cry 5, for example, and, like, you could just beat the story in that game in, like, about, I don't know, 15, 20 hours, and then you're done with it. But the thing about that game is that, like, the thing about, like, any kind of character action game is that some of the fun comes in replaying levels and trying to get S ranks. Trying to really replay through it and mastering the combat system, the levels, all the little bonus challenges, and so on. Same with, like, a Sonic game, you know? And then there's, like, certain Metroidvanias that incentivize replaying through a game to get a better time. Like Metroid games do this a lot, where basically there's a reward for beating the game in X amount of time. That's basically been a staple of the series, you know? I remember a lot of people were, like, looking at Metroid Dread's price point of $60 being too much. And that's also because they compare it to other games, you know, on the market. Like, Metroid Dread is $60, but then if you look at something like Hollow Knight, which is, what, I think 20? Then you gotta think to yourself, you know, is it worth it then? You know, which game is worth it? Which game will have the most enjoyment from? But some people really end up liking Metroid Dread, and they end up like replaying it a lot. You know, they'll do several playthroughs. Some people will speedrun the game. You know? And like, to those players, they end up putting hundreds of hours into the game. And so if you end up putting a lot of time into a game, even if it isn't like a very long game, you just replay it a lot, is that what makes a game worth it? How much you want to replay the game? I have played Galaxy, like, I've put easily 100 hours into Mario Galaxy. Because I like it a lot. It was $50 at the time. But, you know, you know, if I knew how much I would like it, I probably would have paid more money. In fact, you could say I have, because I I bought Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2. And that was like 60 euros over here. There's no, like, good or easy way to measure cost. Really, like, the only way you can even predict a game is just how much budget has been put into it, you know? And that's why I'm kind of like thinking GTA 6 is going to end up being like $80 at least, because I think there's been like lots of reports saying like that game has a ridiculously high budget. And this isn't me saying like your perspective on like, and I mean like nebulously. This isn't me saying like your perspective on cost is wrong, but it's just you know, it's a discussion that doesn't really have an easy answer to, I would say. I just be buying games. I don't know. I do not think deeply about the. I mean, I don't think about it deeply. I also just buy games. But whenever this is the Daredevil run. Whenever the discussion about, like, is a video game worth X money comes up, it's always an interesting topic, because, I mean, I like video games a lot, and I like discussing everything there is about video games, pretty much. Down to the developers, the budgets, developer philosophy, and so on. Yeah, I mean, that's what kind of makes Metroid games a little bit, like, tricky, because, yes, they are a lot like that. I'd buy out the game off the soundtrack, no, I'm not gonna lie. Me with every Toho game. Discount Mega Leg won't hurt me. Oh, okay. First try. The one thing I will definitely say though is that yes, gaming prices are they are on the increase. Like everything's going in price. You know? That sucks. And it's no wonder, like, a lot of people are kind of flocking to free-to-play mobile games. Because if you could play Fortnite, some people think that's just enough for them. And hell, I can't blame people who would just want to play Fortnite, considering the fact that, like, every couple months it seems like there's, like, a new map-changing event. They got the fucking Simpsons in there now. Hey, Makers. How's it going? I haven't been playing much recently, just kind of waiting for Air Riders. That's respectable. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm somewhat questioning if I should continue playing Ghost of Tsushima. I almost feel like that's going to be a game I'm going to make a blog post about. Going good except for the bad. Oh, sorry, the bad is happening. I would hate to be a kid trying to game in this day. I mean, I feel like there's so much targeted advertisements that's like, you're gonna get something put into your hands, whether you like it or not. That's probably the worst thing about it. Oh yeah, this is a fun star. Hold on a second, fellas, I'm locking in. Uh-oh. Nice, okay. No, uh-oh. I'm great. Alright. See, now this is what I like about this game. The purple coin missions in Galaxy 2 are, I would say, like, they're much more stressful, but I would say they're snappier. Okay. Asking your parents to drop $70 or $80 for games enough. Yeah, I know exactly. You know, that is something that sucks now because, like, you know, wages really haven't gone up to go with inflation. You know. What's this one? I already forgot what the comment is here. Oh, it's the speedrun thing. Like, Mario Galaxy was $50. You know, if that released now, that would probably be $70. A Mario Luigi movie would be based. Gaming prices are on the rise. With that being said, I'm willing to drop any amount of money on the Steam machine. That's funny. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, that is something we gotta talk about. The Steam machine. That was like the big news of yesterday. Like, my god. Man. 1 second, fellas. Oh, I forgot that. That's right. This just skips all the way to Pee-wee Piranha. I love the new Steam controller. I'm kind of happy that they didn't give up on making a Steam controller. I like that the Steam controller is basically like, you know, taking the control scheme of the, what would you say, or kind of like taking a little bit of some cues from the Steam Deck. Is he dead? Okay. I think it would be also just nice to have a controller that does wake the Steam Deck. I don't know if my 8-bit Do does it, but last time I tried, it didn't work. You've heard very bad things about the Steam Deck from people who had it, so I'm hesitant on if this new machine is going to be any good. Okay, so I will tell you this. I have a Steam Deck, and I've definitely put a good number of hours into it already. In fact, with it I played a lot of Stardew Valley, a lot of Vampire Survivors, a lot of Balatro. And I even tried running Baldur's Gate 3 on it last year. I would not recommend it. I think it's better now. But, I'll try not. I'm not gonna be too biased because I do have my own personal qualms about the Steam Deck. The main thing that it's not as seamless as you might expect in some cases. It's really just minute details. Like, sometimes when you try to wake it from sleep mode, it just doesn't. Like, I don't know, it'll just, like, I'll press the button, it'll make the noise, but then the screen will just not turn on. There's this annoying issue where sometimes the diagnostics pops up in the upper left corner. It's just like a little, like, small panel of numbers. And it just kind of gets in the way when you're playing. So you have to, and the only way to, like, stop that is just restart the whole system. And it is a PC, so it has some, like, stupid issues where, well, just sometimes things don't work as you would expect. Wow. Okay. There we go. There was another time I had an issue where, like, I tried to, what was it? I think the Steam Deck was updating, and then it just got stuck updating. And I had to, like, reset it, which I was very cautious of, because, you know, you don't want to accidentally brick the thing. But then it worked. And then sometimes you can have, like, the occasional issue where, like, you try to launch a game and it doesn't work right away. You can turn off those numbers in the quick settings. Is that, like, a new thing that they did? 'Cause I could have sworn, like, I couldn't find a good answer when I looked it up online. That said, I do like my Steam Deck a lot. I do like using it. It's a great little indie game machine. In fact, again, if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have put as many hours in Balatro as I have. And I have heard it is a really good emulation machine. Oh yeah, you even brought that up right now. Yeah, I mean, some people don't have these issues. I haven't used my Steam Deck in a while. Not that I dislike it, it's just more that I've just been playing other games. Like I said, I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima on my PS5. And a bit of Animal Crossing lately. Uh-oh. I would say there are some times where it is annoying to deal with the Steam Deck, but I don't think I've ever thought, like, any of these are deal breakers. But I do occasionally think, I don't know, Valve needs to work a little bit more on this thing. Oh! Oh! Come on. That was like a Mario 64 thing. Ugh, damn. Yes, the Steam Deck does have issues, but I've also enjoyed using the Steam Deck a lot. I do also kind of think that, like, a lot of these issues with the Steam Deck are somewhat overlooked because of the fact that it's Valve. And some people, like, I think a lot of the people who have a Steam Deck are the kind of people who are more okay with putting up with, like, PC bullshit that might happen here or there. Like, the average consumer might not want to spend, like, a whole bunch of time just trying to figure out how to, like, run Minecraft Java Edition on it. But, like, more enthusiast gamers might be okay with trying to figure it out. And trying to figure out, like, okay, how can I emulate my favorite games? Oh! God, okay. Okay, well, 1 second. I'm locking in here. Having to lock in for a lot of these comets. Oh, thank God, okay. I don't even think I'd go with any of the customizable boot screens. I've mainly just used it for my Steam library, and that's it. Like, I have tried to figure out how to do run emulation, and I have, like, I think I even played, like, a little bit of Pokemon Emerald on it. But, I don't think I've done that much more emulation other than that. It is kind of cool that it is also a PC, I have to say. Like, I haven't used it as something like a word processor yet, but, like, I've thought about getting, like, a Bluetooth keyboard and kind of using it on the go. The build quality is also nice. I've heard some people try to run Final Fantasy XIV on it. I'm pretty sure that would take, like, tons of work to get it to work, but hey, power to them. Reminder that you need to play Emerald Sea Glass. I haven't forgotten about that. Just don't know if I'm gonna get around to it anytime soon. Hello, Luigi. Bye, Luigi. Okay. Another locking in star. Okay. Has anybody here tried any of these purple point stars? Galaxy 2. I would say, like, on average, these ones are harder than some of Galaxy's purple coin stars. But they're also just much more enjoyable. Okay. Hit there. Okay, I got enough. What would have met? Oh, okay. Now, if I recall, if you actually manage to get through this entire slide without collecting a single purple coin, the Guillermo here will have unique dialogue. Like, he'll say, like, you didn't get one? You didn't get a single one? I guess that's impressive on its own, but still, I can't get you the star. And then he kills you. Anyway, back to the Steam Deck. I like my Steam Deck, and I definitely want to play on it more. But I would really hope that at some point a Steam Deck 2 can come out and kind of fixes some of the issues I had with the thing. Also, shit, this is another purple coin star. Yeah. I do think if Valve can get, like, you know, get some of the kinks out worked on, like, the deck, and, you know, if the same kinks out in the Steam machine, I almost wonder if Valve could end up taking Microsoft's place in the console space. I feel like it's a bold, like, very bold, what would you say, claim to make. But the thought did cross my mind. I almost feel like if there's any company that could themselves enter the console space, it's probably Valve at this point. I don't think it's that wild to say. I also think, like, Valve's in a position where they don't really have much to lose to just try entering the console space. Like, Microsoft is, like, floundering. Like, their whole game business is, like, floundering. But Valve is as good as ever, as it has always been. If only for the fact that Steam itself is a money-printing machine. Well, I feel like Valve could take more risks trying to enter the hardware market. Whereas Microsoft basically feels like they keep managing to backflip themselves into fucking up everything. Oh no. Okay. Still alive? Everything makers. Yeah, it would be kind of sad if Microsoft did, like, you know, fuck it all up and then, like, they had to bow out of the console race. But I would say I'm less sad about it now than I would have been before, because Microsoft just isn't making too many bangers lately, and whatever bangers they are making, they're getting put in other places too. I mean, I almost feel like Halo being put on PS5 was the final nail in the coffin. At the very least, like, there's no big Xbox exclusives anymore. It's just, what do you say? The Xbox, like, an Xbox is just a machine that can play games now. It's not like a machine that plays certain exclusive that no other place can. It is just a thing that can play games. And then that's kind of why I'm, like, eyeing up the Steam machine as what if they could take over Microsoft's position. Because I almost think, like, at least if you're not Nintendo, and in some cases Sony, hell, I would even just say if you're not Nintendo, any game you make is gonna be put everywhere. Or at least it needs to be put everywhere. I mean, yeah, exactly. This is Series X and it's like a 90% Game Pass machine. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, Microsoft did really lose the worst generation. Like, if Microsoft did not fuck up the Xbone launch, I think they would still be in this. I don't know. It's unfortunate. Come on. There we go. No, I can't make that jump, I don't think. That comet medal. Like how it has, like it makes a sparkling sound faintly. Yeah. I don't think the Steam Machine has any chance to become a competitor in the console market. Technically speaking, it is a PC wholly with a console-like experience. The jank will probably still be there, but that's probably going to be ironed out through time. The bigger issue I see is that this is going to be expensive as hell. I do wonder what this thing is going to be priced at. Yeah, that's a question I have myself. Especially because, like, Valve themselves didn't give a price on any of these things yet. The controller, the Steam Machine, they haven't even given a price for the headset, and we haven't even talked about that. And but they did say, like, I think the VR headset, they're hoping to get it under 1,000, which doesn't exactly instill me with a lot of confidence. You know? I almost wonder if Valve's being cagey about the price because of the tariff situation. Maybe they're hoping, like, that can get sorted out or so, but I don't know. The 2 terabyte model is definitely 1,000 plus, yeah. But I will say this, though. There have been some rumors that, like, the next Xbox console is going to be less a console, more also a PC. You know, where it's going to be like an Xbox, or a PC that is specifically designed to play Xbox games as well. And I think they even, like, I think there was a Microsoft rep that even said that they're going to try to, it's going to be marketed as a high-end device, which probably means high-end prices. So I almost feel like if that's the case, then, like, sure, Valve, why not get into the market at the same time? If Microsoft is going to do the same thing, why not you guys too? Oh, yeah, I like this line. Booze won't hurt you as long as you don't look them in the eye, okay? Hehehe. And we got their PC parts just for reference so I can save it for later. I don't think I have it offhand. Oh. Got my PC parts somewhere. Although I don't even know if I should even give you my PC parts list, because my PC was pretty expensive, and I specifically designed it to be a PC that could hopefully last, like, I don't know, 10 years? I might have to upgrade some parts here or there, but... Okay, almost fell through there. If this happened years ago, Steam Machine would have been an E3 reveal. Potentially. Fortunately, the times of E3 are dead. I see something here. Alright, no. Oh, man. Wait, no. Log in. You guys remember me? Fuck. Oh my god, that was my password! Fuck yes! I can't believe I remembered that. I could actually send you something slightly beneficial. I might be able to. This looks about right. Okay, slightly beneficial if you want. I do have like on PC Part Picker a list. Like my PC parts list. Can I actually share it though? Okay, cool. I can. Yeah, okay. I can share it too. Let's. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so I have my PC part list here. You just gotta give me the okay if you want me to like send it to you or not, and how you would like me to send it to you. Oh, we're gonna come across. We're gonna do one of the best galaxies. Okay. Have enough? Kinda pissed me off how Valve seemingly refused to make budget hardware. I know, right? Okay. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I got the PC part list. If you want, you can DM me on Discord. Hopefully you can DM me on Discord. Yeah, okay, good. Cool. I will warn you though, it is definitely pricey. I saved up like a good amount of money to try to make sure I could get this. Die. Okay, I'll get back to you after this level. How much was the Steam Deck? Let's see, how much was the Steam Deck? $600-ish? Or $500-ish? like around there. Yeah, the cheapest is 450. I think also like my version of the Steam Deck is no longer available because they made an improved version. Switch the Steam Deck OLED or something. Okay. I like that. Alright. Go. This works. Alright, there you go. I hope that list works. If it doesn't, let me know. We got the old LCD mid-tier one. Cool. It gets the job done. Alright, we gotta do the race at the Wildlight Galaxy. Alright. Wait, where's the Wildlight? Oh, okay, right over here. Here we are. That is a lot, but it does help, thank you. Yeah, no problem. The trickiest thing to figure out was honestly the motherboard. I remember I talked with Axie. I'm not sure if you know him. He helped me out with a few things. He convinced me to go with an AMD processor instead of an Intel i9, which I was hesitant to go with an i9 to begin with because at the time there were lots of reports with i9 processors having some sort of irreparable like issue. And so I just went with an AMD like processor because I think it not only ended up being better, but it was also like cheaper. So yeah, relationship with Intel is over. Now AMD is my new best friend. Can't beat this guy, right? Okay. I'm gonna beat my best time, yes! Yes. Oh yeah, the other tricky thing was actually just trying to figure out which processor works with the motherboard. Because I was not exactly aware of the intricacies of like, you know, only specific processors work with specific motherboards. I mean, in hindsight, it makes sense. But like, for example, I didn't know like, okay, for this AMD processor, you need like AMD 5 processor, you need to have a motherboard that supports AMD 5. Stuff like that. So if you swap out the motherboard, just try to keep that in mind. Although I think PC Part Picker keeps that in mind anyway. Like I think it'll like say like, okay, if like you have this motherboard, then this processor won't work anymore. Honestly, I'm surprised that didn't come back to bite me for like my first PC when I built that. But I had a good friend helping me out with building that PC, so. And shoutouts to Nitro Wing. I hope he's doing good. You know, the one thing that was actually kind of disappointing that came out of the Valve news was that Valve said that they weren't actually working on any more, like, dedicated VR titles. Which was a little sad because, like, considering how well Half-Life Alyx was received, I would have thought that they would have considered making a new VR game. And considering they're making a new headset as well, like, I am very surprised that they're not trying to make some sort of, like, new software to go with it. It is tempting to go with, though. It is tempting to buy. Especially because it doesn't have any wires. It's going to be a completely, like, wireless VR thing. Which is already good. And apparently it's going to be a, you know, pretty easy to wear kind of situation. I hope, my hope would be that it kind of breathes some life into, like, the VR situation. But I'm not gonna hold my breath there either. Because I almost feel like the VR market is not... for a bit at least, it felt like it was pretty stagnant. Not too many VR games coming out. Which makes sense because, like, I mean, VR itself seems to be pretty niche. And I can't blame people for being hesitant on picking up a headset because, I mean, yeah, what can you do, you know? Oh, dang it. Oh wait, isn't this the level where you can do the chimps side quest? Like, I blow up one of the trees and then you do the side quest. Maybe it's not in this level, maybe in the second mission. I remember this level has like a few mean green stars though. Okay, yeah. Let's do this then. Okay. Alright. What are these things called? Do you guys think like these have a name? Maybe they're just something as simple like punch bags. Yeah, there we go. The YouTuber I follow for most of my VR news, Thrill Seeker, doesn't seem to have uploaded in 2 months or so. Well, that's pretty telling. Although then again, that could just be like things going on with his life. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah. Did anybody here try out the Kirby Air Riders demo? I did not. I did not have a chance to. To be fair, they don't really do VR games per se, but more hardware and software techie stuff. Ah, okay, okay. I get you. Let's see. Do we want to do... Let's do all the stars here first. Kirby Era is even more chaotic. The answer's a war criminal. Oh god. I've just seen like a few gameplay clips, but it looks like that game gets hectic as hell. Hey, Matas. How's it going? Go. Slide. How far are you into my favorite 3D Mario right now? Apparently somewhere in the middle of World 3. This is your favorite 3D Mario? World 3 and Knuckles. Oops, well, alright. You know, I could... Oh. I was gonna say, maybe I could just, like, go over there already. Oh, best streamer, boo boo boo, whatever. I love bots. Have I ever told you guys how much I love bots? I was reading that. I'm sorry, I had to like put a stop to your fun. Favorite 3D Mario is everyone's least favorite. Alright, now what's your favorite 3D Mario? That begs the question. Play beneficial. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is just like non-stop fun, I would have to say. I'd say Galaxy 2 just feels like a really like tight game. It just like throws something new at you pretty much in every level, and even if like you do a second star in the level, it's still something new. Sunshine, if I had to guess, Sunshine. Yeah. Oh wait, did I? Uh-oh. I think I might have missed the Comet Medal. Shit. Ah, fuck, I might have to redo the first star then. Turn to map. Second. No! Where is it? Is it? I think it's in that little alcove with all the cubes. No. All right, let's do it again then. Damn, I forgot about that. I have to say, like, Sunshine was very interesting for me because, like, I never, I didn't play it when I was young. I only played it, like, I think when I was just entering college. So, I played it pretty much with, like, nostalgia, but again, at a maybe weird time. And but I always heard of it as being this, like, kind of black sheep of the Mario franchise, you know? This game that has, like, questionable design choices and, like, the silly bad cutscenes. But when I played it, I was like, shit, this game's fun. Like, this is good. This is great. The movement, I love it. You know? There it is. time. And not to mention, like, when you can figure out some of those speedrun strats, it's funny, you know, how trivial you can kind of make some stars. It's also really funny how, like, the one Pianta Village level where you like Flood is taken away from you. It seems like everybody has a different strategy when trying to go through that level. I did have to use the guide for like the blue coins, but of course we didn't. But anyway, yeah. First time I played it, I really had a fun time. And I think I still enjoyed it the second time. But I remember when I tried playing it on 3D All-Stars, like, years later, I no longer liked it. Like, not as much as I did. I just got, I don't know, I don't know what happened. Maybe I just got too fed up with it, Jane, because, like, there were so many levels that I just really was either on or just didn't like, you know? The infamous Pachinko level being one. But I also just didn't like the blue coins, like having to collect them all again. Which is funny, because, like, Odyssey has, like, a billion more collectibles. But the blue coins in Sunshine kind of annoyed me because of the fact that there's not an easy way to keep track of which ones you've collected and which ones you haven't. Recommend everyone play the ROM hack Super Mario Eclipse if they want the best Sunshine experience, especially for your first playthrough. It definitive version of Super Mario Sunshine. I've heard of that. I think you've mentioned that to me too. Or maybe no wait. Maybe you haven't. Maybe I'm thinking of something. There was an issue at launch with the 3D All-Stars version that they did fix later where there was a weird graphical quirk the game had at launch where in like the floodless levels the trails for some of like the moving platforms, like they were previously invisible, but then they actually made them visible, and like there was like weird default cubes used. I don't know. It was a pretty minor thing, I think. I swear to God, with Odyssey, I almost feel like I have a different opinion of it, like, when I'm not playing it. When I'm playing Odyssey, I'm like, this game is great. This is one of the best things ever created. But for some reason, when I think back on playing Odyssey, I'm like, I don't know, did I enjoy it? It's weird, because I know I definitely did. I absolutely know I enjoyed it. I didn't even mind, like, on my second, like, 100% or all moons playthrough, I didn't even mind getting all the moons again. Because the movement was just so good. In my opinion, Odyssey probably has one of the best, like, movements in a 3D Mario game. Not the best. I'm not sure what has the best. Not Star Chip. Oh, it might be here. Oh, just kidding. It's so weird. I know I went out of my way to try speedrunning Mario Odyssey, and I know if I try to speedrun a game, that means I definitely liked it. That I can say for certain. I've tried speedrunning only a few games. I never actually did complete a full run, I think, of any of those games, except maybe Sonic Mania? No, with Sonic Mania, I think I rage quit on the Titanic Monarch Zone. But anyway, yeah, I know I definitely liked it. I know I loved the movement of Odyssey. Oh yeah, this is like, yeah, gonna be a green star down there. One. You hate the Brutals? Man. Personally, don't hate them. They're just kind of there. I like going for the speedrun strats, like the quick kills for them. They're kind of fun from a mechanical standpoint. Got such nothing characters. I mean, I guess so, yeah. I think I really like their final. What do you say? Their final boss fight. Just because of the fact that you can, like, if you're really determined, you know, kill them quickly. Like I like I like fighting them because it's like there's a simpler, slow way to beat them, but then there's a little more of a more challenging, quicker way to deal with them. Like with Ringo, like you can wait to flip his hat and then, like, you know, twirl Fulmet and knock him on the head, or while he has his hat off, you just, you know, make a run from it and then, like, dive onto his head to damage him. Although I guess, like, the one Brutal that spews poison, that one was always easy. It's so interesting. That's so interesting. I never thought it was agonizing doing the darker side. Or, sorry, just dark side. Also, who likes motion controlled levels? Me, I do. That's the thing. The big mech boss fight does have waiting, but if you know how to do it, you can, like, knock out the fight pretty, like, quickly. Alright. Go. Why did Bowser just use his chudlings in Odyssey? I mean, I think it kind of makes sense why they went with rabbits, because of the whole, like, you know, moon rabbits theming. You know? It gives, like, the game a little bit of a different kind of, what do you say? I don't know. It kind of adds to, like, the Odyssey's identity. I'm not gonna say, like, they're the pinnacle of boss fights. You know, not at all. I mean, I personally don't even think any, like... I think there's very few, like, boss fights in a Mario game that I'm like, oh my god, this is the best thing imaginable. And, like, yeah, that's kind of like what the Brutals are. Like, they're not, like, amazing. They get the job done. But I like that, you know, they are different, just to kind of, like, you know, make things a bit more unique for Odyssey. The Brutals are the Deadly Six of Mario games. Oh, no, like, you can hate them. That's totally fine. It is funny though, because like, it is just so funny to me because Sega is just constantly trying to make the Deadly Six like something special. At least with like the Brutals, Nintendo has the mercy to kill them and not include them in anything. But Sega's like, no, you guys will like them. At least like Zavik has some interesting moments in the comics. Big Boo's haunt piano got more personality. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think, like, that is, like, one thing I will give Sega, like, they do, at some point, I feel like sometimes figure out, like, either it's, like, a crapshoot or what, but, like, they'll keep putting a character in enough, and then, eventually, like, the character will land in the hands of a particular writer that will do something interesting with them. That'll make people go, huh, I guess I always liked Zavik. The Deadly Stockholm Syndrome. Cause I'll admit, even I feel like I'm starting to come around on Zavik. Oh, God. It's like how, I don't know, like in the Batman comics, like there was this character called Kite Man, who was just like a joke character. But then like one writer, like, really did something interesting with Kite Man. And then, like, suddenly people really came around to him. But only because the writer did something interesting with it. There's so many Sonic characters that are like that. Where, like, there's a character that just comes around, they're like, eh. And then, like, somehow the character will gain a cult following. And, I don't know, they demand for them to return in Sonic the Hedgehog World Issue 87. Something like that. Sonic fans love their voluptuous band. Yes, Kite Man has his own spin-off cartoon, exactly. You know what? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Infinite is gonna be the prime opportunity for that. Although, I know Donnie likes Infinite. Ah, fuck, that sucks. Okay. I need to, like, lure him away from that. I do feel like there's gonna be, I don't know, like, Sonic mobile game, farm simulator that's gonna, like, show Infinite's deep and troubled backstory, like, give even more context to him. And then people are gonna say, like, that's amazing. I was actually thinking that, because I was going into it, like, you know, spoiler free. I was actually thinking that Infinite would have an appearance in, like, Shadow Generations. It would have made sense, honestly. I feel like it would have made more sense than Neo Metal Sonic. Even though it was a cool boss fight, but see, that's exactly what I mean. Like, Mephiles, everybody shit on Mephiles, you know? But then, like, now there's people like, Mephiles, though? And sometimes it just kind of comes down to, like, the younger generations finally getting, like, developing, like, their own opinions and like, growing up with those games and then, like, thinking, like, I loved Mephiles the Dark. I am now old enough to be on the computer and type my opinion, so I'm gonna tell you how much I like Mephiles the Dark. Yeah, exactly. Infinite has connections with Shadow. in fact, like, there was the whole, like, Shadow bonus episode in Forces where, like, basically the whole reason Infinite is because Shadow bullied him. Okay, just 1 second. I am. Make sure I don't fuck this up. Funny enough, I almost feel like Sonic 06 plot is not all that bad, but like it's just kind of portrayed in this very deeply serious way. And I think that's kind of what made the game so jarring to many people. Because it was like the first Sonic game that like ventured into like very, I don't know, dark, serious territory. Like previous Sonic games, like, yeah, maybe they'd have like a weird fucked up monster. And sure, like, maybe it's implied in one of the Shadow endings that Shadow fucking kills Eggman. But like, for like a lot of the game, the tone is like more, I don't know, unserious. But like with Sonic, with like Sonic 06, the tone felt like more, I would say it was more subdued in tone. There's a different energy that Sonic 06 has compared to like Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06. That's true. Yeah, like Shadow's like, I don't even know who the hell you are. Okay, also we're going after. I mean, yeah, that's the other thing of it, like that Sonic 06 was weirdly realistic. Eggman is, oh god. Yeah, like what the fuck were they thinking? What were they thinking? Have any of you guys actually watched like a recent AVGN video? This is off topic, I know. Apparently he's doing, like, I think I watched one. What was it about? I don't know. Some Sega game. And it threw me off so much when he was doing product placement in his video. And I guess he's still doing product placement. And I'm like, man, that sucks. Also, these enemies always remind me of teeth. Like, they look like just purple teeth. I like them though. Anyway. Yeah, the stuff with like that. I don't know, it kind of surprised me to see like the Angry Video Game Nerd getting into product placement. My teeth were malleable, I'd be scared. Oh! Don't Mario 64 me. Okay. Wait, can I snipe it? Oh hell yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't think I could get hurt by my own explosion. Let's see, I only watched the AVGN, most of it up until the episode. It was funny, you could definitely tell when there was a dip in quality, but it jumped right back up into old IP level right around 2020. Right at the 200th episode. Really? Oh, okay. I haven't watched too much of his videos. After the one I just mentioned. Don't worry, he's back. See? Safe. She's safe. Oh my god. I know, it still feels weird that he was doing product placements. I mean, he can do whatever the hell he wants, but I don't know. It almost makes me feel like it loses like homegrown quality to it. Alright, boss fight time. I think it's understandable because this stuff doesn't always pay the bills. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Alright. Oh man, I sure hope they put my boy Mega Hammer in the Galaxy movie. They already put Mega Leg. Come on, you gotta put Mega Hammer in there too. Katawa being sponsored by the Gex devs will never not be one of the greatest things of all time. That is really funny, Brutal. There we go. Ooh, nice. Okay. Okay, wait, do I just shoot his head? Forgot, do I have to go around him? Oh, I guess I have to go around him. Okay. I can't actually remember this fight all that well. Oh, yeah, that's right. He has a weak spot on his back, too. Dude, I can't believe I forgot that. Oh, don't turn. Oh, okay. Oh! No! Oh, this is so weird. Hearing the Yoshi part without the extra drum beat. Okay, he's angry now. Die. Okay. Okay. Come on, show me that head again. Here we go. We did it! Why did they make Pikachu white? Don't ask these questions. I mean, I guess that's true, you know. A lot of people do product placements. I mean, it doesn't really bother me all that much, because it was more surprising than anything. I think his last product placement was something like an LRG game. You know, I wonder what limited run games is gonna do now in the Switch 2 era. Because with everything with the game key cards and like, you know, the physical cards, I wonder if there's gonna be difficulty. What's one sponsorship you would absolutely take, and one I absolutely wouldn't? I'm pretty sure there's a lot I wouldn't take. I mean, I probably wouldn't, like, be comfortable advertising any sort of, like, drug, for example. I mean, I don't think I ever would. Like, holy shit, like, if I'm advertising a drug, please, somebody fucking stop me. They're sponsored by DraftKings. I wouldn't, like, take any, like, gambling sponsorships. I feel like, I don't know, if I were to be honest with myself, I probably wouldn't feel too bad, like, doing, like, the occasional, like, sponsor, or, like, I don't know, the usual stuff that you see people online advertise. Like, what's one I've seen? What was it? There's like food, this food thing. I don't know, I forget what it is, but like there's a lot of YouTubers say like, eating meals is tough, like, but if you go with this company, they'll deliver you bags of food that you could just put into things, and then bada bing bada boom, you got food. I can't remember what it is. Hello Fresh, yes, that's it. I guess I could see myself doing a sponsor. But like, I'm not in like a position where I would need to take sponsorships. Like you guys know me. I'm working a full-time job. I don't really like need a sponsorship. I'd probably do it if like money was tight, but that's it. I mean, you never know. I guess it would be more accurate to say never. Can't believe Thatcher was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. But I guess you're more asking, like, what is a sponsorship I would absolutely, like, take no matter what? I need to climb the levels over here. I don't know. Considering how much I love Nintendo, if like a Nintendo spokesperson said like, hey, we would really like it if you were to like, you know, sponsor a game or something like that. I don't know, I'd probably take it. I did a HelloFresh sponsor once because the deal was really good, and I just ended up recording a bunch of stock lines that they required me to say, so I didn't have to repeat myself over and over. Oh my god, that's actually so interesting. I always wanted to ask somebody who got sponsored, like, what that's like, you know? So it's interesting to hear you say that. So, like, so they basically have to make, you basically have to say certain lines, then. If I'm understanding that right. The PowerPoint they sent out. Oh, wow. I guess it makes sense. Very interesting. Okay. Oh, you know what? Another thing I wanted to ask is... How do I say this? There are some people who, like, in their videos, they will say like, oh, this company didn't sponsor me, but I just really like their stuff a lot, you know? And I always wonder, like, how truthful people are when they say that. So I guess I was just, like, wondering if, like, to somebody who has taken sponsorships, do they ever say, like, yeah, you can say stuff like that? Like, oh, I don't actually, like, they weren't actually sponsored by me. I'm assuming not, you know? That'd probably be lying. I really hate repeating myself, so I just play line on stream every 5 to 10 minutes. Oh my god, that's hilarious, actually. Ah, and very clever. That's like work smarter, not harder, alright. I don't know, but I definitely didn't hide that it was sponsored. Okay, okay. Recording yourself so you wouldn't have to say it all the time. God, that's so good. Were there any, like... Were there any things that they said that, you know, you shouldn't say about the product? Ah, so that's not you could have. Okay, okay. I actually wanted to grind star bits in this level, but maybe I missed something. There's like one level where you can get a whole bunch of star bits, and I thought it was this level. Oh well. Wait, does this maybe this star is like a second star? Maybe that's one thing? Also, remember we had to do 2 dedicated streams I had written in the title that was a sponsor stream, and I couldn't swear during it. Oh no, oh god, guys, it's so over. I cannot get sponsored. I feel like I would, like, accidentally swear. Like, I don't know. At least, like, if I'm in gaming mode, I'm sorry, but there's a good chance I'm gonna drop the F. Wait! The book! Oh, I've played Galaxy 2 a few times. This is new. This is the storybook. They said that there was going to be in this one. Yeah. What's this new book? Mystery sure do keep stacking up around here. Give it a read. I might learn something. Alright, alright. Yes, your protection explode as soon as you connect it to your phone. Okay, so is this going to be the same storybook? Wait. Is this a new storybook? Is this a new storybook? A long time ago, there were twin star children named Mari and Lou. They lived happily with the Lady of Shooting Stars and among their many friends. Twins looked identical, sounded identical, and spent all of their time together. It would have been difficult to tell them apart were it not for their entirely different personalities. Mari was impulsive and outgoing. Lou was shy and introspective. Mari and Lou? They complemented each other well, so they got along. They lived together their whole lives and were nearly inseparable. Until one day they were forced apart. Mari turned into a star. Wait. Can they not choose when they get to turn into a star? The blink of an eye, she shrunk down small and then burst into light. She left only stardust in her wake. Why? The Lady of Shooting Stars had taught the Lumas that they could become stars in order to help someone. But Mari became one for no reason at all. Lou rushed to the Lady of Shooting Stars for help, who said, I'm afraid Mari has left this path. Oh, I'm afraid Mari has left this path. It will always be in our hearts. Stardust she left behind will give life to new star children. May return someday. It could be tomorrow or 100 years from now, or even 10,000 years from now. On hearing this, Lou covered her eyes and cried. Don't just go transition back into the happy music. What the fuck? That can just happen? What a terrible existence. You just chilled out one day and suddenly you become a star and that's it, you're dead. Family can't even track you down anymore. God damn. What the fuck? Alright, I guess that's just existence in the Mario universe. That's just how it is, fellas. Don't get too attached to a star child, they become like... fucking whatever. Acting my frustration on that Goomba. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, product placements. Gotta get back to that. Guess don't be a Luminar next life. Yeah, I guess so. What a terrible existence. Oh yeah, you can do the infinite one-up thing in this, right? Yeah. I like that. This is a fun galaxy. I guess to just put a pin on the product placement thing. I'm not sure what I would actually take. But I could probably see myself taking game sponsorships. But for one, like, where I'd absolutely take it, maybe if it was like something like Nintendo asked me to promote something, I could see myself doing that. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. I had a question I wanted to ask you guys. I guess two questions, actually. First, I want to ask you guys, how bothered are you guys about the ads that you see on Twitch? When you're watching my stream, how annoyed are you? I mean, I guess in general, I'd be curious to know, like, what you guys think about, like, your experience on Twitch, if, like, the ad's been intrusive or whatever. You get no ads watching my stream? Oh, maybe you have Twitch Turbo? Turbo-tastic. Which is annoying as hell with their ads. What? You don't know why I get ads in my... Okay, that's funny. Alright. When I'm work, I use audio only and therefore get no ads. Oh, that's funny. That's kind of like a funny way of... I guess you could say bypassing it. Seeing 3 ads is a bit crazy, but that's Twitch, baby. Oh, man. I mean, I personally don't run ads. Like, I do have a thing that allows me to run ads if I wanted to, but I don't really run them all that often. In fact, I actually don't run them at all. When I'm watching, it does feel annoying. Like every 20 minutes or so, I feel. Okay. I guess, like, this transitions into my next question. To preface this, I am not going to abandon Twitch. But I have been thinking about potentially, like, multi-streaming to YouTube as well. And so I wanted to get your thoughts on that, if, like... Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Cross streams to YouTube, that would be lit. Multi-streaming is slay. Huh. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Wait, did I? I skipped the secret star, didn't I? I think it's green. No. Okay. I am not an idiot. Okay. Intelligence remains intact under there. Okay. Whoa! I'm getting raided? Sweet Boy Original is raiding with a party of 3. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that. Well, hello, Raiders. Sup, gamers? Sup, gamers? Hell yeah, I got sup gamered. Well, damn, thank you very much for the raid, sweet boy. I appreciate that. I don't think I've seen you around before. Let's see, how do I do, can I? Shout out. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, okay, good. I know how that command works. Shout out to sweet boy there. Okay, wait, actually. Oh my god. I was gonna say, what do you stream? Ah! Mario. Ah, that's good. Yes, a fellow Mario enjoyer. Fellow Mario enthusiast, it seems. Well, I appreciate you for rating. Thank you very much. As you can see, we're playing Galaxy 2 ourselves. Were you also playing Galaxy 2? Or a different Mario game? This is the Mario guy for you. Ah, it seems like it. It was your first playthrough! Oh my god. Oh my gosh. That is great to hear. For me, this is like, I don't know, probably my 8th playthrough or so. I play this game from time to time ever since it's come out. That means you played on the Switch. Oh my god. I feel like I've just aged. Like, okay, wait, no. This could be your first playthrough, and age could be irrespective of this. Never mind. It could be you've just never gotten around to this. Never mind. I don't know, for some reason I was like thinking like maybe you're younger, so. But I am. That's great. I'm glad it's your first experience, first time playing the game, because Galaxy 2 is a great game. I love it. Personally, one of my favorite games. How are you enjoying the game, actually? Oh shit, it's the purple coin star here. Is this the one where you can get like a whole bunch of star bits? Maybe I'm thinking of a different star. Yes. Maybe I'm thinking of the Boo House Galaxy later, actually. Oh, I just realized this one's not timed. This is a pretty, like, casual star, then. Uh-oh. I take it back. I take it back. Okay. Oh, just kidding. It is still casual star. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna blast through this star. Eh. Sorry, Yoshi, you had to die there. We just beat Galaxy, also first playthrough, and the second directly came out for Switch. Just 43 stars in, but I enjoy it. Hey, that's good. Oh wow, it's your first time playing Galaxy 1 as well. Oh, did you go for the 100% in Galaxy? Or did you just, like, leave it at beating it? Totally fine otherwise. Totally fine, whichever way. Okay, we're almost done. Oh, this is throwing me off. It keeps sounding like there's, like, pull stars in the background. There we go. How many stars does this put us at? 53? Mustard bottle time. Ah, 54, okay. We might be able to hit 60 stars before we wrap up the stream, which is good. That's kind of on track with what I was hoping for. And what's the comet here? I can't remember. What is the comet star here? Is this speedrun? I think it's speedrun. Yeah, Big Wiggler speedrun. Are the Wigglers even faster? Oh yeah, so back to what I was asking you guys about the, what'd you say? YouTube thing. It's just an idea right now about if I want to go to the multi-stream. But I'm just kind of glad to see that you guys seem to be on board with me doing, like, multi-stream if I want to. I didn't want to play it all over again. It's exactly the same. Just Mario. Oh, okay, that's actually what I meant. Yeah, I mean, I know the true 100% is getting all the stars with Luigi. But I also consider, like, a 100% playthrough with Mario. Just to haul 120 stars. The only difference is just doing, is basically just one extra star. Which is really easy, honestly. It is honestly funny, if you think about it. Like, that's what the 100% reward was from Mario Galaxy. Do it all over again with Luigi! Yeah, that'll make the players happy. I almost wonder if, like, that was done by Nintendo back then intentionally to try to, like, maybe lengthen the game out. Hard to say. It's a stark difference from what Galaxy 2 does. Oh, okay. Oh shit, I have less time than I thought. Well, I have to say, I'm very thankful that you came to raid us. It's nice to see another fellow Mario enjoyer here. Do you tend to stream other Mario games as well? Or were you playing... were you just mainly playing Galaxy 1 and 2 because it came out recently? I mean, looking at your banner, it does look like you seem to have an appreciation of the Mario. Oh, you know what? Before I forget. Yeah. Wow. There you go. If you follow. Alright, 55 stars. Almost at the quarter way mark, I guess you could say. Let's do Flipsville first. If I recall, the speedrun for this game has a very, like, a few interesting skips in Flipsville, just because of how the gravity works. I think you could even do that at the beginning. Here. Oh, okay, I did need that. Oh! Oh, okay, I thought I got hit. Looked away for just a split moment. Okay. This is always such a weird galaxy to me, with all, like, the housing areas. Like, why are there houses out in space? I mean, I suppose I shouldn't question it because it's a Mario game. Oh. Oh! 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 Okay, I was... That's never happened to me before. I thought for a moment that I just got soft locked. Oh, okay. Alright. Always fun to ride new people. I mostly play Mario Maker 2 and now play other Mario games. Galaxies and Odyssey, Sunshine, also first play. Ooh, wow. So you, like, I'd say, like, it seems like a lot of the 3D Mario games are gonna be first times for you. That's great. I guess it's true, like, with, actually with, between 3D All-Stars and Galaxy 1 and 2, you actually have access to most of the 3D Mario games. I mean, that's true, but, like, that felt like it was almost, like, deliberately built here. These houses are, like, I don't know, I don't know, there's a lot of questions about these houses. They just kind of feel, because that was a house built on a planet. Here, the planets are houses, you know? I guess I could just backflip here. Enemies are also weird. Also, so you mostly play Mario Maker 2. Does that mean, are you a kind of streamer that likes to go for, like, the challenging levels in the game? Mario just beating up this innocent creature for no reason. Come on, move. Very simple boss fight. Die. We won't get to one of my favorite galaxies today, though. Little throwback galaxy. Oh gosh. Anybody got any weekend plans coming up, by the way? I don't got any big plans. Next week, though, I'm looking forward to Kirby Air Riders. Don't know if I'll be able to play it like at launch, but probably next weekend. Thanksgiving is coming up, although of course, as somebody who's not even in America anymore, I am not observing it. Thanksgiving is no longer in my mind, as much as the food will be in my mind. Finishing up a lab report, but nothing else this weekend. Been there. Not a lab report, but working on a project. Not that good, but I play Endless Expert, a leaderboard to clear most expert levels. I'm rank 80, so not completely bad. Wow, hey, that's not bad at all. I don't even think I did that all too much when I played Mario Maker 2. Man. I've always admired, like, people trying to do the expert levels in that game, though, because, like, some of the user-created levels can be just mean. Yes. I remember enjoying a Maker 1 a lot. Yeah, that was good. You know, at this point, I'm actually wondering if there's going to be a Mario Maker 2 Switch version instead of a Mario Maker 3, at least at first. Because, like, if I think about what Nintendo said in their financials report, how they want to use, like, Switch 2 versions as a way of, like, bridging the gap between main releases, I could see them doing a Mario Maker 2 Switch version, and then maybe a Mario Maker 3 later. Game is mean for sure. Oh yeah. There was definitely a few like user-created levels in Mario Maker 2 that I absolutely rage quit on. I was like, God damn, I cannot play this anymore. Oops. I gotta go through here. And then was it this one? Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about in like the sheer variety of these levels. Like, we go from like, what would you say? You know, the concept of this level, which is just like messing with gravity in this house, and then now you're using like the spin drill on top of this too. And now you also have the beat block like stuff going on here. Like, there's not a single dull moment in this game. It's quite different from when I play, like, certain other games. I don't want to, like, trash a game like Ghost of Tsushima, because I can tell, like, there's passion in it. But the issue I have with Ghost of Tsushima is it's just, it's so sad because it's like, there's a good core game in Ghost of Tsushima, but it's so samey in a lot of places. Oh my god, Mario, please. Oh! I didn't... Okay. Man, I'm finding so many unique ways to die in this game. It puts me here? Damn. Rude. Yeah, with a game like Ghost of Tsushima, it's a little bit frustrating because the core of the game is great, but there's not too many surprises. It gives you new tools to do things, but then doesn't do too many unique things with them. Whereas, like, if you play, like, a Mario game or even a Zelda game, it's like, if the game gives you new tools, like, hell yeah, you have, like, new things to do. said thing. Gotta be a bit more careful. Come on. There we go. Okay, wait for the fuzzy to pass. Good. And over here. Taking a hit right there. You played that game? I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed game, and people suggest that game too. Yeah, I mean, if you play Assassin's Creed, you probably like this as well. At least if you like, yeah, if you enjoy Assassin's Creed. The only Assassin's Creed games I've played were 2 and part of, I think, 2 Brotherhood. That was like well over a decade ago. But like, I can still kind of feel like the formula there. Again, it's not bad, but over time it really feels like you're kind of like just doing a lot of the same things over and over again. Combat's great. Combat is like the big, like, shining point of this game. It reminds me of when I played Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. But the sad thing is about Tsushima is that, like, it's an open world game where the exploration isn't that great. It's not bad, but, like, I don't know. Compared to something like Breath of the Wild or Xenoblade Chronicles, it's, I don't know, not as exhilarating. I've thought about, like, trying one of the newer Assassin's Creed games just to see what the vibe is like. But if those rumors about a Black Flag remake are true, then maybe I'll just hold off and try that instead. I remember my sister actually got Assassin's Creed 3. But I don't think she actually played it outside of, like, the beginning act. The depths are kind of eh in Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, I think it's really cool that they had added a secondary map. But I'm glad, like, for Tears of the Kingdom, they didn't advertise it as, like, a whole big thing. They kind of, like, just left it for the players to discover on their own. Because the depths are cool, but there's not really too much to them compared to, like, the overworld. Well, there's also, don't worry, there's also nothing wrong with just playing what you like, you know? I used to play, like, tons of Smash Ultimate. I mean, I still do. In fact, I actually played it, like, I think yesterday. Oops, okay, I guess I touched the water a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, thank God. I think the bee took the rock from me. Yes, there's a comet medal. Hey, you know, sometimes you might not like open world games. Nothing wrong with that. I do like to try out like new games from time to time, but you know, if a game just doesn't click for me, sometimes I'll just think, well, okay, maybe this genre just isn't for me. You know? Like, it kind of made me sad, actually. I tried Shin Megami Tensei 3, like, Nocturne, the HD remaster. And, like, everybody... There's, like, a good, strong cult following for that game. And it has a great atmosphere to it. But, like, oh, God... That game just felt like so much bullshit being thrown at you. That, like, I regretted buying Shin Megami Tensei 5 because I was like, I don't know if this is going to jive with me either. And I eventually just concluded, no, I just think the Shin Megami Tensei games are not for me. So sometimes you try out something and you just realize, like, yeah, it doesn't jive with you. But it's always good to kind of try new things every once in a while. One day I want to try to play an RTS, something like Age of Empires. That's very different from what I usually play, but it would be worth a shot. I like Pikmin. Maybe that's enough. Kind of how I felt about Xenoblade. Yeah, I had another friend who tried Xenoblade, and they kind of bounced off of it. It happens. I think I would have bounced off of Xenoblade if I didn't, like, really try to push through it. I'm not saying you should. Definitely don't. Like, if the game feels dull to you, then just go move on. But, like, there was a point in Xenoblade Chronicles that, like, after I got past it, I was like, I can't drop it now. I'm invested. Yeah, I think the Xenoblade games, like, I think you either go into it with the understanding that you have to, like, get used to all of the UI, or you come with a background, like, with games that have tons of complicated UI, like an MMO background or so, if you want to, like, really enjoy it. Because if, like, if you do not like, having to sort through menus and all that, then yeah. I think, like, Xenoblade 3 is a bit better about it. Xenoblade 2 is maybe better in terms of UI, but not so much in terms of, like, actually teaching you how to play the game. Metalface was such an intriguing character to me from the start, so I stuck with it because I really wanted to know what he was up to. Yeah, honestly, Metalface was one of the reasons why I wanted to keep going through Xenoblade Chronicles. For me, I was probably locked in during Melia's arc. Yeah. Melia has a very interesting arc in the game. Oh, I just realized I saw the time. I would love to keep going, but it is getting about time for me to end the stream. I'll keep talking a little bit longer, but I gotta do my goodbyes for the VOD watchers. So, to the people who are watching this in the far-flung future, I hope you've enjoyed this little part of our Mario Galaxy 2 playthrough. Next time we'll be playing through even more, and maybe getting close, or at least within throws distance of the finale. But until then, I guess I'll just see you next time. So, thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next part. Farewell.